Grace and peace to you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. We're moving into John chapter 7 right now. Now, as I've been saying over the last couple of weeks, we're going to start seeing opposition to Jesus, towards Jesus, grow, and particularly from the Jewish leaders. And so when I read this, and as I read from here on out, when you hear me say something like the Jews this, the Jews that, I'm referring to the Jewish leaders. I'm not referring to the people themselves necessarily, but it is most certainly pointed at the Jewish religious leaders. The opposition is growing against him. Why? Well, so far in John's gospel, we've read things and we've heard Jesus make some unbelievable claims. First, he says he came from heaven. Then he said that he knows God and that he is God. Then he says he will raise the dead. And then he says he will judge the world. These are the things that are getting the Jewish leaders uptight, because he is claiming equality with God. And we're going to see this as we go along. Now, what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to read verses 1 through 24. And the first, Jesus is going to be going to the Feast of Tabernacles. And this is one of the 3 or 4 main holidays in the Jewish tradition. And the Feast of Tabernacles is, the short version is, it's a reminder to the Jewish people, a celebration to the Jewish people, how God took care of them in the wilderness. He took care of them with all of their needs. And that's been the running theme that we've been talking about God meeting our needs and taking care of us. And they do this festival once a year, usually around the end of summer, the beginning of fall, and it's a harvest festival. So we're going to just see that, just to give you a little bit of the background for this chapter. So here we go, verses 1 to 10. Jesus is going to be essentially mocked by his brothers. Yes, Jesus had legitimate brothers, and they're going to mock him, telling him that he should be going to Jerusalem to, if he wants to become popular, he should be going to Jerusalem. He shouldn't be doing things in secret. And they're going to mock him, and Jesus is going to tell him, listen, I'm not here for that. It's not my time. My time is, and he's basically referring to, my time is going to be the cross. But Jesus is going to show them that he's working on God's time. So verses 1 to 11. After this, Jesus went around in Galilee. He did not want to go about in Judea, because the Jewish leaders were looking for a way to kill him. But when the Jewish festival of Tabernacles was near, Jesus' brothers said to him, leave Galilee and go to Judea, so that your disciples may see the works that you do. No one who wants to become a public figure acts in secret. Since you are doing these things, go show yourself to the world. For even his brothers did not believe him. Therefore Jesus told them, my time is not yet here. For you, any time will do. The world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify that its works are evil. You go to the festival. I am not going up to this festival because my time has not fully come. After he said this, he stayed in Galilee. However, after his brothers left for the festival, he went also, not publicly, but in secret. Now, at the festival, the Jewish leaders were watching for Jesus and asking, where is he? Among the crowds, there was widespread whispering about him. He is a good man. Others replied, no, he deceives people. But no one would say anything publicly about him for fear of the leaders. So now what we're going to see here is we're going to see how the opposition is growing. The Jewish leaders are going to be against him, and some people are going to have different opinions about him. And I want you to listen for those opinions. So far, we've heard 2 opinions. He's a good man, and others saying, no, he's deceiving people, meaning he's a liar. Not until halfway through the festival did Jesus go up to the temple courts and begin to teach. The Jews were amazed and asked, how did this man get such learning without having been taught? Jesus answered, my teaching is not my own. It comes from the one who sent me. Anyone who chooses to do the will of God will find out whether my teaching comes from God or whether I speak on my own. Whoever speaks on their own does so to gain personal glory, but he who seeks the glory of the one who sent him is a man of truth. There is nothing false about him. Has not Moses given you the law? yet none of you keeps the law. Why are you trying to kill me? You were demon-possessed, the crowd answered. Who was trying to kill you? There's the third thing that they're thinking about him. They're thinking he's demon-possessed. Jesus said to them, I did one miracle and you were all amazed. Yet because Moses gave you circumcision, you circumcise a boy on the Sabbath. Now if a boy can be circumcised on the Sabbath, so that the law of Moses may not be broken, why are you so angry with me for healing a man's whole body on the Sabbath? Stop judging me by mere appearances, but instead judge correctly. So Jesus is referring to the man he healed at the pool, the paralytic, we read a couple chapters ago. He's telling them, listen, if you're going to circumcise on the Sabbath and for a little boy, why are you getting mad at me for healing an entire man? And he's got a point, but they didn't want to hear this. So we have the three aspects that the people thought of Jesus. They thought he was a good man. Some thought he was a good man. Some called him a liar. Some even called him demon-possessed. But see, here's the thing. Jesus never puts those three options on the table. Everything that Jesus does and everything that Jesus says, all of his teachings, all of his miracles, all point to one thing that Jesus is offering, that he is Lord of all. He doesn't give us any of those other choices. He tells you, you need to make a choice. I'm either Lord of your life or I'm not. That's a choice you have to make. John wrote these these. The Bible is written so that you will know that Jesus is the Messiah, so that you will make the right choice. These are also written so that if you do know him and you have already made the right choice, that they will help you grow stronger in your relationship with him, and you will get to know more and more who he is. Those are the choices you must make. He is either Lord of your life or he's not. Either way, he is going to have the final answer. And we're going to see that coming along in the rest of the Gospel of John. Have a great week.